Olympians share their best memories. Biggest surprises of 2018 Winter Olympics. USA Today Sports. USA Today Network reporters spoke to U.S. athletes in a variety of sports about their best memories of these games and their plans for the future. Gus Kenworthy, Olympic skier in slopestyle for 2018, who spoke to us through P&G, one of his sponsors. What has this Olympics meant to you? I think this Olympic experience has been incredible. It's meant so much to be here. To get to come back to the Olympics for a second time to represent the U.S. and also to represent the LGBT community. Because I didn't get to do that in Sochi and I was in the closet. So regardless of not getting a medal this time and getting a medal last time, I think I'm leaving here just as proud, if not more proud, this time around. Best memory. My best memory was meeting Adam Rippon. Had you guys not met before? We hadn't met prior to the games. We'd been following each other on social and exchanged numbers and then texting. I'd been supporting him during his qualifying events and had been texting me before mine. He's so funny. So charming, so charismatic, so I'm feeling lucky to have met him and made a lifelong friend. I think that was probably my highlight. Biggest surprise. I think the biggest surprise was not landing a run in the final. That was something that used to happen to me when I was younger and coming up in the sport. Falling and crumbling under pressure. I don't think I even crumbled under the pressure this time. I think I was in the right headspace for my event, but it just didn't go the way I wanted it to. I didn't put it down, and there's lots of factors. But in the end it just wasn't my day. But I think that was something that was definitely a shock. It was hard for me to process because I was definitely not expecting that. I didn't know if I was going to win or lose. But I definitely didn't think there was a scenario in which I didn't land a run. What are you most looking forward to next? Taking a nap. I'm pretty excited to just relax a little bit. And it's been freezing here in South Korea. It's been really, really cold. So I'm looking forward to getting somewhere warm and spending some time with my boyfriend and my family and my friends and people that I haven't seen enough of over the last few years just because of training and competing and travel. It'll be nice to kind of just spend some quality time with them. On social media, there's been some negative responses to you, Adam Rippon and Lindsey Vonn, for being outspoken on issues. How do you deal with that? I usually try not to engage because I think in the end it doesn't really do anything for you. It kind of just brings you down to their level. People are just inherently negative on the internet. You can do something so wonderful or say something so wonderful and someone will find something that's wrong with it or something you're neglecting to talk about. You can talk about one person's amazing performance here at the games and people will be like, "What about this other person?" And you're like, "Yeah, they did great, too. Sorry. It was just about this other thing." So I think that people are just kind of ready to be negative. And sometimes I like to clap back. Because it's just kind of fun. But I mostly try to stay above it. Jamie Anderson, snowboarder, 2018 gold medalist in snowboard slopestyle and silver medalist in big air. What has this Olympics meant to you? It's freaking awesome. I can barely say words for it. It's been such a joy to experience a whole games. Like, beginning to end. And watching my boyfriend compete this year was so fun, and having his support was just next level. And I'm so stoked with this turnout. Korea was a great host. Biggest surprise. I'm so happy too about the freaking cross-country babes last night. Oh my god. That was awesome. I'm eating food at the Haven and then next thing you know the last 20 feet I see freaking homegirl from Team USA come in for the W and they're pure emotional. I wanted to cry with them. It was so cool. Snowboarding is so different from a lot of these sports, and when you watch the physical effort that goes into events like cross country, you see they really give it their all, and it's just such a beautiful thing. What's next? Honestly, I was just thinking I hate future tripping, so I can't say yet. But I love it, and as long as I'm still healthy and happy and enjoying it, I'd love to continue. Alana Myers-Taylor, 2018 Olympic silver medalist in bobsled who worked with Team Bridgestone on the ground in Korea. What has this Olympics meant to you? This Olympic has been so crazy. And it's just been a process of overcoming. For the U.S. bobsled team, it's been a really difficult year with the loss of Steve Holcomb. And to overcome that and walk away with a medal, it's been a dream come true. Going into the season, it was really difficult. I struggled a lot with my emotions and with feeling like I couldn't have any joy in bobsled again without Steve. To be able to find that joy again and be able to have so much fun in these runs here. For me, it was about doing it for my coaches. Doing it for my team. Best memory. I came in this Olympics. We arrived in a wheelchair. My Achilles. There's a little tear in it. I wasn't able to walk in opening ceremony. Wasn't able to see a lot of events. But we did make it out to halfpipe on Valentine's Day. It was a date with me and Nick. Husband Nick Taylor is also a U.S. bobsledder. He grew up skateboarding. He was a huge Shaun White fan. What are you most looking forward to next? Most looking forward to sharing the medal with everybody. This is the first time after an Olympics that I haven't had something physically I have to do. They're sending our sleds back on boats so they won't be in Lake Placid for 6 weeks. I'm going to go and enjoy this medal and share it with the world. And also start building on next year. Start the process of going out and trying to find our next group of bobsledders. Vincent Joe, figure skater who finished 6th in his Olympic debut at 17. He worked with Alibaba on the ground as one of his sponsors. What has this Olympics meant to you? This Olympics has just been the light at the end of the tunnel for me. The 2018 Olympics used to be a faraway dream. I used the analogy of kid walking into toy store and seeing a $500 Lego set. He really wants to get it but can't because it's too expensive. There is no way he's ever going to get there. He starts doing chores, gets his allowance, keeps getting closer and closer to $500 and eventually he gets there. That's kind of how my experience coming up to Olympics has been. It's been a difficult journey filled with ups and downs. I had unbelievable pressure mostly from myself to make the Olympics team. I'm a very self-driven person. The Olympic team was everything to me. What are you most looking forward to next? I have the World Championships coming up in 3 weeks. I'm looking to continue the success I had in Pyeongchang. Afterwards, I'm most looking forward to starting work on new programs. I'm so incredibly excited to start perusing all the infinite options that await. I shouldn't let my mind get ahead of myself. I need to be focused on my performance. Aaron Tran, short track speed skater who was part of U.S. relay that finished 5th. He was 12th in the 1/500. What has this Olympics meant to you? It is a turning point for me as an athlete. A milestone. My life has changed forever in so many ways. It has unified the nation and the world. And is also means I am now part of the Olympic family. Biggest surprise. The most surprising thing is how much I would come to love the pin collecting. It's been a great way to meet cool athletes and get some exotic and cute-looking pieces of metal. Amanda Pelkey, U.S. women's hockey forward and 2018 gold medalist. What has this Olympics meant to you? I think it's a turning point for a lot of our lives. What we do with this medal and this victory, how we bring it home, it's going to shape the rest of our life. Best memory. Aside from winning this, I'll say the best memory was the last 7 months. I think looking back at the time that we had as a team in Florida. Every single day there we had a purpose. And now we know what that why was. Which is pretty cool. And now it's pretty awesome to have a physical feeling of something hanging around your neck for all that work we put in as a team. Biggest surprise. Being able to get a couple pictures with Shaun White. Opening ceremony. He probably got thousands and thousands of pictures. But every athlete we came across with Team USA apparel. I think that was just the coolest thing. Chris Corning. Snowboarder who was 4th in big air and 17th in slopestyle. Biggest surprise. How many of you guys, media, are here? I knew you guys would be here and they said there was going to be a lot. But it's just different than any other contest. I've talked to 2 to 3 people. But we don't sit here for an hour talking to you guys. I kind of expected the contest to be gnarly and expected the people. But I didn't expect as much media. I just didn't think you guys would come to our events. What are you most looking forward to next? I'm looking forward to going somewhere on the beach and hot. Going back home and hopefully doing some cool stuff with some kids and enjoying snowboarding again. Not that I'm not enjoying it. But go out and have fun and try to give back a little bit to the people that are here for me. John Shuster. U.S. curling skip. We spoke to him before his team won the USA's first curling gold. What has the Olympics meant to you? This is what I always dreamed of doing. We did it back in 2006 when we got our bronze medal. To do everything we did and got there. And obviously 2010 and 14 didn't go that way. And to be here in the medal round and give ourselves a chance to win an Olympic medal for our country and ourselves and all of our people is pretty exciting. Best memory. I think my best memory has been, honestly every single morning I wake up and a lot of people read the paper and I will randomly scroll through my phone and look at a different piece of social media every morning. The last few days something good has popped up at the beginning of the day that has just made me want to be a better person and a better teammate, and I've really embraced that. Biggest surprise. I think finally getting a chance to enjoy this. The last couple Olympics I haven't gotten to enjoy it. I remember enjoying the first one. But there was so much heartbreak in the second two that it's good to remember what this feels like. To enjoy the moment. Madison Chalk. Ice dancer who finished 9th with partner Evan Bates. What has this Olympics meant to you? It's been so full of emotions at every corner. We have come here and we are very close with our teammates. It's been incredible to see our closest friends have their Olympic moments and share the magic of the games with them. That's what we'll take away. Best memory. I would have to say the opening ceremonies. It's always incredible. And maybe watching Adam Rippon skate his free skate because I started to cry while he was skating. It was just beautiful. Biggest surprise. Our performance. Falling in the free dance. It happens. It's a sport. It's okay. Kyle Mack. Snowboarder who won silver in big air. We spoke to him before the big air final. What has the Olympics meant to you? The Olympics have meant everything. I'm really bummed I didn't make finals in slopestyle, but it really showed me how bad I want it and how bad I want to snowboard and be the best at what I do. It's meant everything. I can call myself an Olympian now. What's your best memory? My best memory is one of my best friends, Red Gerard, winning gold in the slopestyle. I've grown up with the kid my whole life. His brother has been like my brother to me. Watching that happen was insane. I had tears coming down my eyes. Biggest surprise. I thought the food would be a little better. When I've had Korean barbecue, I've been blown away. Outside the village has been amazing. But inside the village, at the coastal, they have McDonald's. We don't up in the mountains. It's been kind of a bummer. Nick Goper, 2018 silver medalist in slopestyle skiing. He spoke to us at P&G's family house. Best memory. During the events, the press conferences, TV shows and getting the medals. Just kind of seeing the Gopers tucked away in a little corner of the crowd engulfed in cheers and shouting. They were just there. I think that's pretty sweet. Biggest surprise. The biggest surprise has been how long the dryers take at the laundry in the athlete village. I don't know what it is about American dryers versus Korean dryers. My dryer at home, it gets my clothes fired up and done in 25 minutes. I literally had to leave my clothes in the dryer all afternoon. It takes like 3 hours. Nathan Chen, bronze medalist in team figure skating who worked with Team Bridgestone on the ground in Korea. He was 5th in the individual men's competition. What has this games meant to you? The games have meant a lot to me. It wasn't at all what I was expecting. Especially coming in and having such a rough skate. But it totally opened my eyes to the rest of the games. It was really cool to just be here. See all the athletes. The unity of the athletes. We've all put the work in. We all trained so hard for this moment. And some had success. Some didn't. But it's cool to see that everyone is still enjoying themselves. Biggest surprise. I think it was just cool to be able to see. Going into the dining hall for instance and just seeing all these different colors of people. Wearing their own country's jackets. But they're all like mixed together. They're all conversing. And they're all having fun. I think that's really cool. Contributing? Laken Littman, Jeff Metcalf, Paul Meyerberg, Alex Tochik, Joe Rexroad, Martin Rogers, Roxana Scott, Jeff Seidel, Dan Woken.